Hello, welcome back. In the previous lesson, we installed Selenium and verified that our setup is working. Now we are going to write our first Selenium script, and this time we are not just going to look at the code. We are going to write it, run it, and watch Selenium actually control a real browser. We will start with a very small script and we will import Selenium WebDriver, create a Chrome browser session, and then navigate to a website. Once the script works, I will explain each line so you understand exactly what is happening behind the scenes. Let's write our first Selenium program. Let's start inside PyCharm. I had already opened my project which we created in previous lesson, and I had created one Python script by name first Selenium script. I will call it as first Selenium script. Then this file will contain our first Selenium program. For now, we are going to keep the program extremely simple. The goal isn't to automate a complicated test yet. The goal is to understand the basic Selenium flow. So let's write our first line. We need Selenium's WebDriver functionality because WebDriver is what allows our Python program to control the browser. So we will import the WebDriver module from Selenium. From Selenium import WebDriver. Here Selenium is the package which we installed earlier. I think you can remember in previous video we installed the Selenium package by pip install Selenium, and WebDriver is a part of the WebDriver is a part we are importing to interact with the browser. We will use this WebDriver object to create and control our browser session. Now comes the most important line. We are going to create a Chrome driver session. We do that by using webdriver.chrome. So Selenium starts the Chrome browser and give us Python program a way to control it. Let us write the code now. Driver equal to, I'm creating a variable called driver. Driver equal to webdriver.chrome. So Selenium starts the Chrome browser and give us our Python program way to control it. So we are storing the browser session inside a variable called driver. Please remember this should be capital C. Think of driver as our handle for controlling the browser. Whenever we want Selenium to perform an action on this browser, we will use the driver object. Now let's run the program. I will right click the Python file and run it. Watch what happens. Here the Selenium starts Chrome and our browser session is created, and that got closed. So it happened very quickly. So I will use some past times.sleep statement so you can see it clearly. So we will run our script again. Now watch carefully what happens. See, browser got started. Here Selenium started the Chrome browser and session is created and browser got closed automatically. And this is our first important milestone on our Python programming, as our Python program is now controlling a real browser through Selenium WebDriver. So let's pause here and understand one important concept. What exactly is driver? You know, driver is simply the variable we are using to store our WebDriver object. This one I'm talking. The object represents our connection to the browser session. So when we write something like driver.get, we are telling that browser session to perform an action. This is what I'm saying, driver.get. This we will discuss in further in next few seconds or next videos. I will let you know. And later we will use the same driver object for actions. This driver object for actions like finding elements, clicking buttons, entering text and verifying results and so on. Now the browser got opened, but we haven't told it which website to visit. So Selenium provides the get method for browser navigation. So that's what I added here, driver.get. By using this, we can navigate to any website which we want. And inside the parenthesis, we will provide the URL. For this example, I will use Google. Like this, we have to provide in the double inverted commas. Now we had given the website where we want to redirect. Now let's run the script again and see what happens. I'm running the script again. Selenium creates a browser and this time it navigates to Google. So the get method is used to navigate the browser to a specific URL. We can try other website also. Gmail we will try. See, it got opened Gmail. So basically what I'm trying to say is get is a method which we will use to open any website. Now let's put all three lines together. The first line imports WebDriver. The second line creates a Chrome browser session, it in a driver, and the third line navigates to the website. So that's our complete first Selenium script. Let's run it one more time from the beginning. So here I had used this time statement, so our script can pause for a few seconds so you can see what is happening. And here we are, like our script started running and it got open. Selenium Python has started Selenium WebDriver and Selenium has launched Chrome and Chrome has navigated to Gmail. That's the basic Selenium automation flow. I hope you understood what I'm trying to say. If you have any doubts, you can ask your queries in the comment box. Let's quickly recap each line. First, from Selenium import WebDriver, this imports Selenium WebDriver into your Python program. Second, driver equal to WebDriver.chrome. This creates a Chrome browser session and stores a WebDriver object in driver. And third, driver.get tells the browser to navigate to the URL we provide. So remember the basic flow. Import WebDriver, create the driver and navigate the browser. And before moving forward, let's look at a few common beginner mistakes. The first is forgetting to import WebDriver, this one. The second is using the wrong Python interpreter in PyCharm. Check here which Python interpreter you are using. You can check that here. And another common mistake is making a typo in the WebDriver code. For example, this must be WebDriver.chrome. Here you need to observe one thing. Here C is capital, not small. So with the correct capitalization you need to use. If Chrome doesn't launch, don't panic. First, check the error message, confirm the Selenium is installed, and make sure PyCharm is using the correct Python interpreter. So today we wrote our first Selenium script. We imported WebDriver. We created a Chrome driver. We launched the browser and we used driver.get to navigate to a website. It may look like a very simple program, but this is the foundation for everything we are going to automate next. In the upcoming lessons, we will use this same driver to find elements and interact with web pages. So now that we can launch a browser and navigate to a website, the next question is how do we actually interact with the pages? How does Selenium find a text box, a button, or a link? That's where locator comes in. In the next lesson, we will start learning how Selenium identifies web elements. I will see you there. And before you leave, check the Selenium interview questions shorts playlist linked in the description. It's a quick way to revise today's concepts and prepare for Selenium interviews.